Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy Classic from Classic Live. I got the homie OG Corn Dog in the building with me right now. Before we get started, I'm gonna need y'all to do two things. Make sure you hit that like, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, get us in the algorithm. If you're on a different platform, make sure you do the same thing. And also hit that heart, retweet, whatever you got to do to show us some love, man. Now, what we got going on today, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of on some he say, she say, because we got this three-way of what's going on. It's Cocaine, the singer, Daz Dillinger, the rapper slash producer, and Snoop Doggy Dogg, the rapper from Death Row, from No Limit. Now he owned The Row. So a lot of stuff been going on to where they saying that I've heard Cocaine mention that he hasn't received his residuals, and it's a lot of money that's been left on the floor, and it's a lot of money that's been missing. Daz Dillinger saying the same thing. Recently, we seen him selling a version of the Chronic album because that's his way of getting back to get his money. And you got on the other end, you got Snoop Dogg saying that, hey, all business is good. Nobody did anything wrong. So it's like, who do we believe in this situation? Daz Dillinger recently said that Snoop Dogg didn't even like Tupac. Now, for those that know the history of Death Row and how everything went down, people were saying that Snoop Dogg was jealous because of how fast Tupac was getting his momentum and how people was gravitating towards Tupac, and Snoop Dogg was actually there before him. So we've seen in different narratives that Snoop Dogg did try to what's the word? Embellish on certain scenarios, rewrite history. Now that he's basically one of the last members surviving in that whole death row camp, Suge Knight is locked up, so he can't really do and say as much that he want to say. Tupac isn't here. Eazy-E isn't here. So, basically it's his word against their word. So Cocaine recently did an interview to where he was talking about a lot of this stuff. It was on Cam Capone News, and he was saying that he was owed a lot of money. And Snoop Dogg is acting like where'd that come from? I don't owe you anything, which is crazy. So, it's just a lot of mess going on. So, hey, Corny, like, what's your thoughts? What you hear about this stuff, bro?
Man, I've been hearing about this Daz Snoop beef for quite some time now. It's been about, I don't know, 8 months now, from the start. Daz was talking about some increments that was missing from the beginning or when Snoop took over. When he took Death Row back over. You know what I'm saying? And he called Daz went at him immediately and called him out. And you got this now. You got this now. You know what I'm saying? For me, this is all the footage that I'm about to see is about to be new to me right now, just to let you know. It's been in my algorithm. I've seen the titles. I'm passing over. I'm passing over. I'm gonna come back to it, but here's the day to come back to it. Um, Run across this that Dad said that you never liked Tupac anyway. And what all I did was seen the title. And when I seen the title, it it made me think about the movie NWA or was it no
The straight
it
out of
wasn't
Compton,
NWA. It wasn't NWA.
the
Was it?
All
No,
Eyes on Me.
it was All Eyes on Me Tupac. The plane scene.
I was about to say the airplane scene.
Yeah. It made me that was a just by seeing the title, it made me think of that scene. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. And I can see that maybe, Tupac coming straight out, fresh out, gained the popularity just like that. You know what I'm saying? Came out with an album quickly as soon as he came out. This has got to be the fastest ever seen somebody work. I'm not gonna lie. At that time, albums wasn't coming out like that. When he came out and when he got out, the day he got out, you wasn't expecting him to be releasing that album the day that he did. That was just, and it became a classic. I honestly believe that Tupac rushed through that album because how fast that it came out. You're gaining this notoriety. You're gaining more notoriety by being with Death Row Records. Shit's going all the way up. Snoop looking at him now. Shit. I was Death Row. Now the shine is going to Pac. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's at that time, that's when Snoop was like, and Dre was like, time to get out of here. And that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? Because Pac became close with Suge. You know what I mean? Became very close. It was a lot of shit going on in the Death Row Records, studios, all that. Everybody know the business and the stories and stuff. It's red and blues up in there and they up in there tripping. I honestly believe that Snoop probably did hate on him, man. At that time, right there when he just come in, he like, who this nigga think he is? That's that Snoop Dogg voice, like, in my head. You know what I'm saying? I would hate that Snoop would hate on him like that. But like I said, let's bring it back. That plane scene from All Eyes on Me, the movie. You know what I'm saying? So this is all fresh for me. Can't wait to hear what he got to say. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, one thing that's kind of that you might not, I don't know if you know about this, but one of the reasons Pac had some type of attitude or he had some disdain towards Snoop Dogg was because the first time when Pac got hit up at Quad Studios, the whole Biggie stuff. What was Snoop Dogg's response when they was asking him about the East Coast West Coast beef? Snoop Dogg was playing both sides.
Oh yeah. That has a lot to do with it. Yeah,
he was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm cool with Biggie, I'm cool with so and so," and Pac wasn't going for that. So that
and at that time, Pac wasn't signed to Death Row.
Huh?
Pac wasn't signed to Death Row at that time.
I think he was signed to Death Row when he got shot at the Quad Studios.
Yeah, he wasn't signed to Death Row.
You could be right on that. I'd have to go back and do research on it, but
I think I'm almost positive on that one.
For sure. But the thing is that
was everything before.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up
because that was before the chance. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the thing is that when all that stuff happened, Snoop Dogg was definitely not riding with anybody on the West Coast like that. He was kind of be the guy that rocked with everybody. And when somebody gets in a situation like that to where, somebody could potentially lose their life, that'll make you feel some type of way. It's just like I got a problem with somebody, and then I see you hanging out with the person I got a problem with. I'm gonna start questioning, like, all right, where your loyalty lies. So, from that to happen, and then for them to get on the label and Tupac to ascend to the heights that he ascended to, that can, brew some type of some jealousy right there. So, like you said, when Daz said that, it kind of, like you said, it made me think about that same plane incident with Snoop Dogg talking about he was on the plane with the forks and how he was all huddled up waiting for people to attack him and shit like that.
Yeah, the steak knife.
Yeah, so it's like, I believe that there's always going to be some type of underlining envy or jealousy, and that happens. you're not no badass person if you kind of envious of somebody's spot and stuff. It's just the fact that if you would have worked harder, just like Tupac was working, then you could have got that same position. So it's funny to see how Snoop Dogg have his narratives, and I'm not saying that he's 100% wrong, but we can kind of poke holes in what's the truth and what's not really the truth by if you know your history of what's been going on in the stories that was going on since back then to now. So to have Daz and to have Kokane, aka Jerry Long, saying the same stuff, you got to have some type of onus on to Snoop, man. So I could be wrong about that, but these two people, and Daz, he's not even only complaining about Snoop. He had issues with the whole, producing for Dr. Dre, not getting his credits properly for Ambitions of a Rider.
Yeah.
It's so much stuff.
And I don't appreciate that right there. That shit ain't cool right there.
Yeah.
Because we all when those songs, when that All Eyes on Me came out and the credits was out there, the Daz Dillinger to, oh man, because it was just word on the street. I already didn't read it down on paper. Daz produced that? Oh damn. Go back, I'm like, oh damn, Daz produced most of the Dog Pound. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, Daz was in the mix and I wasn't knowing about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm knowing that he did this. He did a lot on All Eyes on Me, man. He did a lot. And that part right there, bro, that credit is, you have to give him that. That is a piece of history. He was part of that history, and he deserves that credit. That part right there.
Hey, that's real talk, bro. Hey, and I did some little research. It's been a year in between the fact of Tupac being shot in 94, the first time at Quad Studios, and then he signed with Death Row in 95. So he wasn't necessarily with them, but he could have been, bumping shoulders with them and shit like that because, he was possibly going to sign with them. So you're correct on that. So let's check out what Daz Dillinger had to say about Snoop Dogg. We got a D Love in the building. She said, "Hey, classic music. Hey, OG Corn Dog.
D Love,
laughing. Right, classic music. Yeah. So let's get into it real quick, man. Let me share this. Share the screen, and yeah, this shit is crazy, man. And at the end of the day, the truth is always going to come out. So people can kind of lie and fake the funk. Shout out to All Urban Central. This is the You Didn't Even Like Tupac video. So let's go.
All right.
East side up, bro. Let me out that class.
What's up? What's the deal?
Okay.
What up,
Cuz? What's the deal?
Yeah, shout out. With you.
I can't call it, cuz. What's the deal, dog?
I'm slow motion. I'm
my nigga classes.
Shit on there, like, what's going on? Like,
oh man,
what y'all doing?
I'm hoping he stop bullshit to the internet and start addressing their family members, all the real shit.
Still doing what we gotta do. You see me bopping and popping. Yeah, I'm in pre-production on my biopic right now. I'm on other shit. Like, I can't pay attention to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done what I done. I helped out. I gave an opportunity. If you didn't handle your business, you didn't handle your business. My thing is, everybody that been with me has been taken care of beforehand. One thing about Snoop, I pay in advance. Now, if it makes it back on the royalty side, that's on your publishing. But they want to blast us. I ain't been, but what about when you did? Yeah. And you just got one.
But it's easy.
Because I have my business.
Talk to you though, dog.
Because it's easy to take me to court.
But I'm saying it's easy to come talk to you.
But if I'm wrong, take me to court.
Well, it's easy just to come talk to you.
Because I ain't wrong.
Exactly.
Because if you're wrong, well, that's right.
Exactly.
Guess we back.
Snoop over here standing on business, bro.
Birthday, believing it there. But then this happened. Glasses Malone. What's up, my nigga? You know you was wrong for that. Play inside. Sucking. Deep throating that dog. You know what I mean? Saying this. But he had a lot to say. You know what I mean? Y'all go out there and purchase that Chronic album. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Daz Dillinger. Now let's address some things. You said that I was suing a dead man. I'm not suing a dead man. I'm suing white folks, foster parents, who be stealing that you're in cahoots with. Me and Snoop Dogg was in the same paperwork. How did you jump out of the paperwork and leave me in the paperwork, and now you want me to abide by the old paperwork that you got claim of now? You know what I mean? That's like we all in jail and we look around and Snoop out of jail. He told. You know what I mean? He working with the slave master. Everybody over there at Death Row was broke.
Oh man.
They got some money. All the artists over there is not happy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't selling shit. Jane Gum, she ain't selling shit. You know what I mean? Other artists, they ain't selling shit. It was 2024, 2025. Y'all still on the same album. Dave Hollister, pedophile. Eric Sherman already told us. So, hey, I'm just saying, Daz Dillinger, glasses. I'll wait for you to say what you got to say. It's my homeboy. You know what I mean? You came to my house. You came downstairs, but you couldn't go back upstairs. You know? So, how many songs you got with Snoop Dogg? How many songs you got with me? How many songs do Snoop Dogg got with Tupac? All them songs was produced by Daz Dillinger. You didn't even like Tupac, Snoop. You didn't even want me to play all his music in the house. You didn't like Tupac. Stop fronting. Now you're doing business with Tom Wiley. Y'all so buddy. You know what I'm saying? When y'all stealing, like I said before, there's so much shit going on at Death Row. And he talking about he don't go in the 90s. Everything you perform from the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like I said before, it's business. Handle your business. I'm going to handle my business. I'm going to open the books up on your ass. Like, I'm going to open the books up. I'm going to open their ass wide open.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to bust your ass wide open when I go through them books.
Damn.
How is y'all making splits? How's y'all chopping up the money? How's Fuzzy got a job and he over there being the connector? You ain't connecting shit. Like I said before, shout out to Corrupt. You already know, DA to the Z. Y'all pick that Chronic album up.
They call her a fighter. They call her
so
a
he was
builder.
just not saying that he was slurping on. Well, he said that Glasses was slurping on the Dizog, man. Now that's crazy. We gonna have to go. We're gonna have to get into the other clip of what Glasses was talking about. So apparently, Glasses must have been siding with Snoop Dogg on everything. But yeah, he ended it. Like, that's the problem. When you in paperwork with somebody and then all of a sudden you free, but then the other person is still caught up in it, whatever shenanigans is going on, they're definitely going to look at you like, all right, what type of play did you make to where now you're free? Because when Snoop Dogg acquired Death Row, people was looking at him kind of funny, like, well, how you take this from Suge and all this other? It wasn't a very clear-cut type of scenario. So, you know, I don't think Daz is just talking bullshit, to be honest.
First of all, I'm gonna say this. When I heard what Snoop said on Glass Malone podcast just now, it was that his explanation and that part where he said, "Hey, take me to court." As soon as I heard that, I said, "This man is standing on business right now." That's the part he doing. Business mind. And he done reached a whole new level from the regular people. He's up there. Now, I had this thought in my head. And then Dad started talking, and he said, you know, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and air it all out. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-wop. Bam. Me knowing and everybody else knowing That's his blood relative right there, right? That's his cousin, right?
Yep.
That part when both of them said that, and then Dad said this, I'm like, uh-oh. Glasses Malone was saying, hey, why do all that when y'all could just talk? That's your cousin. You know what I'm saying? No matter how big you are, that is still your family. You know? And I think a face to face would be the thing to do with that right there. Because it seems like Snoop doesn't want to change anything when it comes to that because he's the owner of Death Row. That deal that went down between him and Daz, he could nullify that. You know what I mean? He can honestly give him the credit that, and that's your cousin. Don't hold him back, man. Let that man build. Give him his credit. Handle all of that. That's your bloodline. That ain't cool, Snoop. I ain't feeling that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I hate when you see family fight. I think honestly, dude, when I said Snoop standing on business, you know, it's a business thing. How much percentage would you think that Daz would truly get, or not only percentage, it will be a payback in royalties, right? Wouldn't
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah.
Even if it were whatever percentage it is, it's going to be fucking huge. So Snoop looking at it as a business aspect. This is going to take a lot. Well, I ain't going to say a lot, but it's going to take part of my empire, percentage of my empire. He's looking at it like that as a business aspect. And that's why I said he's standing on business. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to family, y'all came up together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all made big hits together. Snoop, I think you in the wrong right here, man. Do like Glasses said, sit down and have a conversation with your cousin. You don't have to take that to court. Chop it up, come because it seemed like you ain't seen your cousin as long as that nigga hair grew out. That nigga had braids down here like an Indian.
Man.
But yo, Snoop, tap in with your cousin, man. Stop fucking around like that, man. That shit ain't cool, man. I'm not liking this. I'm not feeling none of this. This shit ain't cool.
You know what? Like, man, fuck all that. You know how it sound nice, it sound cool to be like, hey, man, you know, they family and shit. Nigga, do you get along with all your cousins, bro? Corny.
I told you a story about mine.
Hey, so that's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes your family down there be your worst enemy. They always say it's the people that's closest to you always find a way to screw you over. Now, one thing that I did hear about that,
but
as far as
go ahead.
As far as cousins, why would you tell your cousin, hey, if you got a problem with me, see it in court? Like, nigga, y'all know each other. Y'all could pull up on each other and rectify whatever the issue is.
That's my whole point.
Yeah.
That
so
is like that needs to be said because you're putting your business, your family business out there now, not just the business. You're putting your family business out there now. You don't have to say that. That ain't cool right there. Nah, I don't like that. I ain't feeling none of that.
Hey, so the question is for Snoop Dogg to say, if there's to be a problem and Snoop Dogg say, hey, well, you got a problem, take me to court. What position do you think he's playing? He's saying that because Daz might not have the proper paperwork to back him up, or he's just calling his bluff? Like, what type of move is that?
I honestly think that the original contracts and all falls in to what Snoop has now. Like I said, I honestly think that Snoop can nullify that shit. Get that out the picture. Let's get this man his proper due and pay him. Snoop, you got enough money. You got enough money to do that. You don't have to be stingy like that. That's like a part of stinginess. I want to eat this. I want him to have it. I don't know. He's going to do something stupid with it. He deserves it. Who cares if he does something stupid with it? It's his. Give him his royalties, man. He did that. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't got the inspiration of Dr. Dre getting on top of what Daz did to clean it up to make it sound like Dr. Dre did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So I think, honestly, man, he's getting robbed. And he knows that he's getting robbed. Ambitions of a rider? Come on. Who was that? And that was credit due right there, I think. Right?
You saying what? You saying that he got his credit on there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up, but I don't think he did.
What? I could have sworn I read that back in the 90s. Like on the man. Oh, anyway. I honestly think, man, Snoop on some shit like, I ain't giving this nigga no money. He gonna do something wrong with it. And I get that part. But he deserves it. Because he did that shit that we heard came out of his brain. Dr. Dre just cleaned it up.
Hey, I stand corrected.
You know what I'm saying?
Daz got his credit on there.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah. But see, there's others that he done and there's none for him. Splashy. Don't come up here with that crazy shit, nigga.
You about to see some hefty comments in a minute, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, Daz got his credit for Ambitions of a Rider, but he was saying that there's like other records that he didn't get credited for, and he did a lot of ghost production for. So,
Dog Pound.
Yeah. I don't know
he
if
didn't
it's
get none on that, right?
I'm not sure on that. Like the Let's
I'm not
Play
sure
House
either, but yeah. I don't think he got no credit off of none of that.
Splashy said he's not.
Oh, what's going on
here? Hey, well, let's go see what all this stuff stemmed from. Shout out to Glasses and No Ceilings by Glasses Malone. Let's see where.
Yeah, man, y'all go check him out, man. Glasses, he over here doing his thing, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. East side up, so let me out that Glass.
What's up? What's the deal?
What up, cuz? It's Snoop Dogg.
What up, Joe? What's the deal?
What's happening with you?
I can't call it. What's the deal, dog?
I'm slow motion. I'm thumbing through YouTube and I see some shit on there like, what's going on? Like, what y'all doing?
I'm hoping these niggas stop taking their bullshit to the internet and start addressing niggas, their family members, all the real shit.
Right. Okay.
I'm just
Well,
tired
you
of
know,
niggas every motherfucking week, cuz just not addressing shit, playing with the internet instead of going to talk to their people like real players.
you know what, man, glasses, my door stay open because I ain't going nowhere.
I
So
already know.
if you can get in, that means, you know what I'm saying? If you can get in, they can get in.
And that's what I've been saying, cuz, homie, like, this the thing, cuz you don't own no records. You pay no nigga no royalties cut for these records. So why is that a lie? This your cousin, cuz. Why would a nigga not come talk to you, cuz?
My boss asked me to create 30 UGC videos.
So far, I agree with what Glasses is saying. No, you sound cool though, homie. The fuck is going on with Corny, man? What the hell this nigga doing?
Feel like I'm pressing niggas to be real with each other. Like, cuz, go talk to your cousin. Like when cuz said it. Hey, cuz, talk to your cousin, cuz that's like your family. Hey, Kokane, cuz, that's y'all know each other. Cuz, why don't you they can't convince me otherwise. And that's why I be so mad, cuz I be like, cuz, it's like y'all just be making us look crazy in front of these people.
Well, no, they look crazy, not us. We still doing what we gotta do. You see me bopping and popping. I'm in pre-production on my biopic right now. I'm on other shit. Like, I can't pay attention to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done what I done. I helped niggas out. I gave niggas opportunity. If you didn't handle your business, you didn't handle your business. My thing is, everybody that been with me has been taken care of beforehand. One thing about Snoop, I pay niggas in advance. Now, if it makes it back on the royalty side, that's on your publisher. If I don't own the record, then it ain't my responsibility to account to you. But if I do own the record, like Lil Cuz, he done been paid, but he ain't saying nothing. A couple of times. See what I'm saying? So they want to blast us. I ain't been, but what about when you did? And you just got one.
But it's easy.
Because I handle my business.
Talk to you though, dog.
Because it's easy to take me to court.
But I'm saying it's easy to come talk to you.
But if I'm wrong,
there you go. There you go.
But it's easy just to come talk to you.
Because I ain't wrong.
Exactly.
What?
Because if you wrong, you ain't gonna go holler at a nigga that's right. You know, I move with peace. I move with love. I don't move with no anger and no discouragement, none of that shit. If I can patch up shit with the East Siders, what are we talking about?
Exactly.
And them was my niggas. So we got solid, we got understanding. Everybody else just talking to the internet, living in the
quick. So you telling me that what happened between you and the East Siders? The East Siders was your group. So what, like, are we having a situation where it's like down there everywhere you go, there's some problems arising or something? Because
you know what, man?
Huh?
I ain't heard nothing about that where he patched it up with the East Siders or even the troubles with it. I'm when Trey talk, I never hear him misquote about Snoop about anything. You know what I'm saying, that's crazy right there. When you hear that right there, how you say just patch it up with them, like, yeah, why not? I mean, that's your family too. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Daz. That's your family. You patched it up with the East Siders probably because it's gonna be some real trouble because there's some real knuckleheads over there. You know what I'm saying? They might be old, but hey, man, they pull strings like puppets.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I find that kind of ironic that, it's cool to say that you patched it up with them. And the funny part about it is, if you didn't have to go to court with the East Siders and shit like that, why you got to go to court with Daz? So,
that's
and then
what I'm saying.
He's saying Daz. I don't know if he was talking about Daz or Kokane, but he's saying somebody just got paid and they got paid again. So what you talking about, Daz? Like, I don't know.
I don't know what he's saying on that part, but the part where I get is where he mentioned that you're going to the internet with this. And when you're doing shit like that, that's, you don't want to do that. It's like one of the G code things and shit. You don't take that shit to the internet. That's what I mean. It's like that, an old tradition of that. Like, I guess he mad. Snoop mad. He came to the internet first without speaking to him. That probably could be what it is. Maybe he didn't tap in with him or try to have a sit down with him before, and he probably automatically just went to the internet for the views. You know what I'm saying? And some controversy. And Snoop is probably mad because of that. Because that's family. And I can understand that right there. I can understand that part. If you ain't tapped in with him first and try to chop it up, and instead you just run to the internet to do it that way, to instigate it and pressure you into settling some type of deal. You know what I mean?
But who's to say it happened that way? Like, yeah, you keep stuff off the internet. When people get on the internet, that's like a cry for help. It's a desperate attempt to kind of swing things in your own direction. Or it could be after you didn't try to, hey, bro, hey, let's try to handle this. I get to you, I get to you. Hey, bro, let's try to handle this. I get to you. All right, bet. I'm gonna make sure that you address the situation. Hey, y'all, this nigga did X, Y, and Z. You know,
so there it is. So
I'm not sure how that's going about, but I do agree to the point where you're saying, like, yeah, a lot of this stuff should be handled like men, to where you handle a lot of this stuff offline, because one, that can mess up your brand, that can mess up your business and future potential. So you definitely want to handle all that BS before it becomes like a big issue and stuff like that. So I'm still up in the air.
Keep the brand safe.
Yeah. And on top of that, like,
no, go ahead, bro.
Now I'm about to say, I low-key kind of disagree with you saying, like, oh, he decided to go to the internet first, but we did hear rumors of, you know, Daz having a questionable mental his mental history. Let's just put it like that. You know, people were saying like he was low-key kind of allegedly schizophrenic or whatever it is. So that's the only reason why I could kind of say that he actually did go to the internet before actually addressing this shit. But I don't know, bro. Like, something, in my opinion, and I could be wrong by, you know, coming across further evidence, but in my opinion, I think Snoop has, if everything is so straight with you and everything's on the up and up, then why not make sure everything is cool with your relative? Now, the cocaine situation, you're gonna have to handle that also. Like, I don't see, like, a lot of people just don't actually come out of the woodworks with no type of evidence behind it. They don't say the shit for no reason like that, especially if they're connected with you. So many fucking records, like Kokane. That nigga been on a lot of Snoop records, and he made a lot of those records.
Yeah, dope shit.
Yeah, man, and that's the same thing with Daz, bro. So I don't think these people are lying. Like, somewhere in the middle, I believe that there's like kind of truth on both sides, but it's kind of leaning on the sides of the other people that's making all these allegations. You know, because like I said, you got the producer not happy, you got the singer that's not happy. So who is telling the truth? Or the question is, how can you get to the bottom of this? Because it sounds like a lot of shady shit is going on, and it really need to be rectified. But Snoop is just saying, hey, take it to court.
Yeah. And he shouldn't. I honestly believe that. Like you said, you disagree on like how, you know, he went straight to the internet. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he went straight to the internet. We both don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened between those two for their relationship to be spoiled like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever it is, it's truly some personal shit. You know what I mean? That's some family shit. You just said you worked it out with the Eastsiders, and they not blood. They part of your neighborhood. They not part of your neighborhood, but they really close to your neighborhood. Yep. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? So you did that But this is your fan, man. You man, he been with you from the start. Before the East Siders was involved. Well, I ain't gonna say that because they came along a little. They was on Dog Pound too. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Trey D. That nigga a goat, underrated goat right there. But me, I'm saying this is some personal family business that needs to be resolved without the internet. Without sitting down with lawyers. Without sitting down with lawyers. You just like Glass said, I said it earlier, sit down, chop it up. That's all you gotta do. Hear it out. What is it?
You know what?
What's the deal we can come to?
Maybe
now,
that's why they're in this
shut the
situation
fuck
right
up.
now.
I mean, we don't know because this is probably what happened before. Maybe they was sitting down, talking, chopping it up, and Snoop was like, man, I ain't down with none of this. Maybe Daz was talking too much. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what the deal was to make it go away? You know what I'm saying? I do believe that they sat down and talked about it before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think this is the first time.
Snoop is standing on business, and he ain't gonna talk again after he made his decision because he's a businessman now. You know what I'm saying? He's stuck in that mode. You know, you had a lot of influence through his past 10 or 15 years, I should say. Because it become business now. You know what I'm saying? This ain't about rap or none of that. It's all about business now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say he was standing on business by saying, okay, because we don't know what happened. And he was like, take me to court. When he said that, something must have happened before or prior to that. You know what I'm saying? Before it even went to the internet 8 months ago. You know what I mean? Real shit.
Yeah, man.
Something must have happened.
The shit is real messy, bro. I know that's what we all could agree on.
It is.
Love said she agreed with you, and she also said it should be handled in house. But yeah, man, let's keep it pushing, man.
90s, because we in 2026. Death Row Records got R&B music. We got records that's #1, gold records. We doing our shit over here. We ain't living in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even really touch the catalog. I'm on new shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
if you still positioning niggas cuz from the time period, it's as simple as y'all just like cuz coming to talk to you or Coca coming to talk to you. Like why we gotta say
or talk to my people that we've been talking to that been handling business for you. Like when it's time to do a record.
Business.
Video creators. I just found a software that color grades
business.
for you.
Business. He said business.
Advance money that I give you before the record even sings.
I told you.
So nigga, I'm gambling on you. Then now watch this. If you happen to sing and you take some George Clinton riffs or some up somebody else's shit, then it's a sample that comes with that and a clearance that the record has to pay. Not the artist, but the record. So if it's my record, and if you using George Clinton and Roger and all these other niggas shit where you sounding like them or taking their words, that comes out of the publishing.
He's talking about cocaine.
And it only leaves a little bit of amount of publishing left. And then if it's a sample in the music, they may want some issue. So it's like niggas is crying about money that's not even there.
Exactly.
Because you got an advance check. Every time you did something with me, nigga, you got money up front, whether the record sold or not. So it's called recoup.
It was the contract.
Have you recouped? See, my thing is handle, cuz.
Hey, in that particular situation right there, I believe he was talking about cocaine because yes, cocaine do have elements to where he sound like, you know, he got that original P-Funk, George Clinton type of vocals and stuff. And he was saying that you're using basically the same melodies as Roger Troutman in George Clinton, then that's going to come along with sample clearances, because the sample game go like you gotta. It can't go la la la. If it goes la la la, you do the same thing, then you're taking inspiration from them, where you're gonna have to pay money on that. And when that happens, that's when the 20,000 that you get up front becomes the only thing, because on the royalty side, you got to pay permission to George Clinton and all these other people, to where that could be normally you would get a big bag, but if you're getting money from, I mean, if you're splitting up your money, then the numbers won't look the same. So if that's what Snoop Dogg is saying, I can understand that, and that's kind of crazy. Like I don't know if that's true. That's what I'm saying. The music game is so complex, and there's so many ways to swindle motherfuckers out of their money. But I don't think all of Kokane lyrics and vocals that he put down on all these songs was ripoffs of George Clinton and shit.
No. He had some original shit. You talking about the hooks that he sung?
Yeah.
You talking about the hooks that he sung? No.
Yeah.
No, hell no. Hell no. I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
you know, I'm an old head, so I know about some hip hop history. And I can't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
Now, if there was some original hooks on there, especially if he wrote them, and inspired the whole goddamn song, you pay the credit that's due. Because it be times you in the studio, everybody go blank. Writer's block. Nothing. You can't, you ain't got no type of inspiration. Till somebody just goes, and just start humming. And then he just start putting words to it, and then you hear it, and then you just go, bow, just start going with the beat behind it. There it is right there. The creation is from that person that did it. If that man came on there with the original hook, there it is right there. That's his. That is all his.
And the thing is, I wouldn't say that Kokane did that on all his records as far as taking inspiration from George Clinton. I'm pretty sure it's probably 1 or 2 records, probably 3 or 4 records. But he did
mean word by word, right?
Huh?
You mean word by word inspiration on the hook? Like if George Dog Catcher and Kokane read that and sing it his way, that credit goes to George Clinton. Is by that way. Now, if Kokane comes up with his own hook, like I'm in the hood, they selling rocks, shit like that, and they ain't got no George or no other artist influence, pay that man.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I hear what Snoop was saying, but they did, Snoop and Kokane did at least a good 30 records. And all of the records wasn't taken from George Clinton. So, for the records that do have that type of interpolation from it, I can see that. But all the records aren't like that. So there's a lot of money that's left on the table that I think is owed to Kokane for sure. The same way
I believe that. And Kokane been around for a while.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He's been around for a long time.
He was around the
man,
the law
days. Bro, when I was out of high school.
Yeah,
above the law, right about that time. Yeah,
man. So he's been putting in work for a long time, bro.
Right,
and, shit, that's what I'm saying. Like he was around like with Eazy-E and all that stuff too. So OG Kokane, like he's been putting in work. It'd have been dope to have him up here and stuff like that. I sent them the link.
Yeah,
but,
tap in with him, man. You need to be up here, man, one day.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get Kokane for sure.
Man, tap in, Kokane. Come over here and tap in with us, bro. This West Side, baby.
Yeah.
That's how I got a record label. That's how I got a gin and juice company. That's how I got an ice cream spot. That's how I got all these businesses, because I handle my business. I don't live in the 90s when I didn't have that, bro.
I knew it.
I didn't cry about it.
Never.
I was doing my other shit.
Hey, Mike, check corny.
Rail, Wiz, Reincarnate. I was popping. Then I came back and bought this shit when it was for sale. So, nigga, where your money at? Why you didn't buy it? And why you mad at me when the niggas that had it before me, you didn't say nothing to them? Now you suing the homie, rest in peace. How gangster is that? Oh, shit. But you didn't hear from me. We just chopping it up.
I didn't. Y'all know what you're talking about.
So it is what it is. I just want to holler at you, let you know, because I love you.
Yeah,
you always pull up on me. You pull up on me. You pull up on me, though. You come over to this motherfucker. Sit down with me. We chop game. You feel what I'm saying? Like real homies.
And that's what I'm pushing.
That's what we supposed to do as men. We don't talk on the internet. We talk on it personal.
And that's what I'm pushing them to do the same, bro. That's what I'm pushing. I'm like, cuz, do the same, bro. Go talk to your people, cuz. That's why I don't need...
Or stop talking about your people. Try that on for something.
Exactly.
That should be the first rule, cuz. Because if you look at what Dog doing what I did, damn, Dog put me in the game. And that's for every nigga talking shit. I don't give a fuck if you was in the game before me, nigga. I put you back in the game. Cocaine. Nigga, when EZ passed away, you was drifting. The homie brought you to my house in Claremont. And we started making music together, magic together. But remember this. I got a career after you. What yours look like after me?
Damn.
Talk to me.
With AI,
Wow.
You can create any character you want in seconds.
I ain't gonna lie, Snoop Dogg is talking big shit, bro.
Man, he was, bro. That's kind of skullduggery right there, bro.
That's crazy.
Man.
It'd be frustration. Because niggas don't know how to grow without a nigga. I got a family, wife and kids, grandkids. That's my service.
He do too,
And I'm
nigga.
giving niggas all of me. Front line. East side. Put niggas on. Giving niggas opportunity. Taking niggas on tours. Put niggas in movies.
Always tell people, because you always made it clear what it was. And that made niggas that feel like me and different homies feel like we could go do this now. We don't gotta not be who we are.
Right.
Always argue with niggas about it.
It speaks for itself, Glasses. I came in the game in 91, cuz. They still know Snoop Dogg. It's 2026.
Hey, link is in the description if you want to join the panel, man. Check the comment section.
Because the shit I do.
Yeah.
And I ain't bragging. I'm
Holla.
just keeping it 1,000.
Come up in here.
I'm a frontline guy. I built the football league in 2005.
Splashy. Show your
for one
face,
reason,
Splashy.
to stop gangbangers from banging. I started rapping in 91 to get gangbangers to start rapping. So check my pedigree, check my resume, and see what I've done. This is what I
We know,
do.
Snoop. We know, nigga.
I love it.
So either you with me or you against me. And I love it when you're against me because I kill you with success. Watch me work, nigga. Turn the TV on. There I is. There I is. There I is. And I'm doing it in a beautiful way. I ain't flamboyant. I ain't cocky. None of that shit. I'm welcoming. I'm warm. I'm beautiful. I'm warm. I'm special. My mother raised me to be a human being to love people.
Rest in peace. That point.
Straight up. So I don't have no malice in my heart, no hate. It's just crazy to watch niggas talk about me every day and get on these podcasts and get $5,000 and make up stories about me and all this shit. And Snoop is this, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. All right, cuz, when you gonna go talk to Snoop?
That's my point.
Hey, dog, I feel like you owe me, cuz. Let's run an account real quick. Let me do an audit on that shit.
Oh,
open
damn.
the books up. Let me get an audit on that real quick. Matter of fact, I'm finna audit you. Don't take it as disrespect. I'm just gonna audit you because I need to make sure I'm paid. What am I gonna say?
I feel that part.
Nigga,
I
check
feel
the
that
book.
part. I feel that part right there.
I have zero
I feel
time.
that. Yeah.
So you feel that, bro?
Yo, yeah, you know I feel that right. I feel all of that right there.
Like that
And I
sounds
get
nice
that.
and everything, but how easy is it going to be? Like, and they're gonna be like, okay, we'll open up the books for you.
Yeah, well, it's probably all about the contract deal that he had got down with at the time. He got the signing. There was some small words up in there that the lawyer probably didn't read. But that part right there, when he was saying, yeah, I probably need that right now. I see you up. I got a story related to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you about this, man. Like they see a nigga up, and you get a phone call. Hey, what's up? Let me hold something. Since I told you that story, I still ain't got my money. You feel me? I took that as a loss when I issued it out. And believe me, that's not coming back. You can have that. I don't need it. Don't ever ask again. I get that.
Yeah,
That's my
I already
point.
told you, bro. Don't. I ain't giving no money out unless I don't care about seeing it back, man. Because that'd be the first thing that have a division in relationship. To be honest with you, that'd be the main reason why a lot of people stop messing with people over money, no matter how big or small.
Right.
It is not necessarily the money; it's the principle that goes behind it. So, some people don't think
I ain't
about it
gonna
like that.
say
That
I ain't
deep.
gonna even say that. I'm gonna say the history that goes behind it.
Yeah.
Because with my experience, the reason why that ain't gonna happen again, and when it did come to me, I'm like, this is a shock. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't do shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fam. That's fam right there. Let me do this. Went on and did it. Already knowing, decision made, it's chump change. So I ain't tripping. Here. You know what I mean? Uh I'm knowing that it's not coming back because of the history. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Snoop feels like how I feel like it's because of the history, hey man, you might be on your own on that one. I ain't gonna even say, bro. Like, because I honestly believe that Daz do deserve his credit where it's due because he contributed to hip hop history. And you have to give him that. You
Yeah.
have to. I honestly believe that. This is a different situation when it comes to money. This is dealing with the history of hip hop and where credit's supposed to be due. And these history and you think that this story ain't gonna linger, but it's always gonna be there because when I was young, I didn't know nothing about Teddy Pendergrass. I knew he was a good singer, but I knew he got into an accident and was paralyzed
Well, who in the car?
because of a certain reason. Because of a certain reason. You know what I mean? So, hey man, Snoop, sit down with your cousin so all this internet shit can go away. That's what you do. That's what you gotta do. He putting it out there on front. Hey, you sitting here playing this game, standing on business, want to take it to court. Then you're gonna turn around and try to sue him for false allegations, and then it's gonna get real tough. Stop all that. Stop right now. Sit down, talk it out, come to a deal, work it out, handle your business, scrub it off the internet.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And fuck all that, nigga. We not just gonna gloss over the fact you talk about Teddy Pendergrass and transmissions. Like, nigga, what that had to do with it? Nigga, what that had to do with the story, bro?
I'm just saying, like, hey, people out there with stories. I don't know what that had to do with anything. You're right. Goddamn right about that. But I didn't say nothing about transmissions, though.
Hey, that's who was in the car when they said that happened, though. So,
hey,
I'm just saying.
I'm going. I'm off my drink right now.
We talking about Snoop Dogg, and my nigga just went in the transmissions in the car, and niggas getting paralyzed.
I didn't say nothing about no transmissions, bro. I didn't say nothing like that. I didn't say nothing like that.
Man,
I didn't say nothing like that. My bad, bro.
Hey, no. On some real shit though, like you didn't know. They said that he was in the car with a transmission, getting some lollipop action, and that's how he ended up crashing the car. And he was paralyzed.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Yeah, I don't know how somebody owing you some money went into that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I respect the stories, the storytelling skills, bro.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I probably had something that was gonna combine that together, but you know, I've been over here drinking some Old English 800, so
man, hey,
you know, you tend to lose your thoughts.
Man, hey, shit, let's get back to it, man. It's almost done.
Yeah.
Because I get money elsewhere. These niggas living off 90s rap money, nigga. I done made money from so many different avenues, it don't even make no sense. I don't even look at my old death row money.
You're still in my head. So now all we have to do.
If y'all haven't done so, make sure that y'all hit that like and y'all subscribe if y'all new, man. And D-Love, if you could do me a favor, put that message in the chat so I could pin it in the comment section, please.
Niggas selling CDs, signing CDs. Come on, cuz. Come on, cuz. I just sit at home and watch this shit, cuz. I just sit at home and watch this shit. Focus on what I'm focused on. Get to what I gotta get to. Got a big show in Long Beach on June 6th.
Man, I'm proud of you, cuz. Opening up a new building, cuz. That's so. Hold up, tell everybody, cuz. That's hard.
June 6th, nigga, Long Beach opening up a brand new arena. Snoop Dogg kicking that motherfucker off. Yeah, nigga, I was one of the little niggas watching the concerts in the 80s. Now I get to crack the top on this motherfucker and show motherfucker how it's supposed to be done with a beautiful show, you know, chronologizing my whole rap career from Long Beach to where I'm at.
Hey, you said June 6th, right?
Bro, you gotta ask me a question.
Yeah.
Can you barbecue?
Yeah, I know what that's at.
Hold on. Time out. Cuz, let me give you this real quick.
You said time out.
All them bestsellers, nigga. 3 cookbooks from Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg. You don't get a cookbook if you don't know how to cook, nigga.
Barbecue, though.
That's what my first book is called.
Business. He all about business.
Nigga, believe me, I'm telling you, I know how to swing that motherfucking grill, nigga. Get off.
My love. Talk your shit, huh?
Much love, homie.
Yeah, that.
Business.
Much love, dog.
Keep fired up, Glass. You already know what it is. I love y'all niggas. Keep doing y'all shit, and this is what I love to say to y'all. Stay doing the right shit with that platform. Stay pushing positivity. Stay giving motherfuckers the real intellect on what it is to be a man. I appreciate y'all.
I love you.
All right.
Peace. Nigga, what you mean, can he cook? I knew Travis was gonna say that. I know Crip niggas really cook. If a nigga's a real Crip, how you can cook? You embarrassing this Travis. That's like a basic question. Yeah, come on, man. Of all the questions you ask, first off, we from the West, nigga.
Okay, I guess the end of that discussion is going on, but it's kind of crazy that he wasn't given that much pushback. And I came across this other video. It says Glasses Malone apologized to Daz. Now let me see this.
Whoa. Huh?
Y'all should have made me call Daz as soon as the fucking episode was over. Because y'all know I fuck with Daz. Trap, you kind of know. Coach don't know.
Right.
Sega, maybe a little. I done talked to you, so
that's a fact.
I should have called him when it was over.
Yeah.
So again, I apologize to Daz. I should have called him. He cussed me out at 5 this morning. By now, I didn't been cussed out by Dad. I got cussed out about Corrupt, but Tupac must die because he thought I was dissing Tupac.
You know you Glasses be going far though.
So listen. So now I'm on my stream, right? And I'm gonna make everybody hold me account. I'm wrong, bro. I swear to God, nigga.
I don't want
What we doing? What we doing Sunday?
Everybody in our business.
I apologize.
All right. Okay.
Spider. I was Spider.
Oh.
We had been talking about doing a pod in the
stream.
That's
Spider?
And honestly, bro, like you really start to take the people you fuck with for granted sometimes. Like I'm flat out wrong, bro.
Life got a fucked up way of showing you that tomorrow ain't promised, boy.
Quit. And I cannot. He right. And I guess that's what this conversation with Daz is, because anybody that know me know I'm not trying to promote no dumb shit. Like I ain't having them on the podcast. I'm not going to have these niggas air themselves out. Like I feel like we could make this shit happen without all that bullshit.
Behind the scenes.
Like I feel like we could make this shit happen without all that drama. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell me. I ain't gotta suck no dick to get where I'm going. I ain't gotta wake up sore. I don't gotta go through none of the shit these niggas be talked about to get where I'm going, and I know it.
It's interesting.
It's not interesting. I've had to apologize to Daz because y'all should have made me call Daz as soon as the fucking episode was over.
Okay,
because
so
y'all know I fuck.
You must feel bad for how he went about the situation and shit. So I don't know about this whole situation, man. Snoop basically is standing, like you said, he's standing on his square about his position and how he feel about everything. Could things have been handled better? It sounds like it. Like the thing is, I don't think that a lot of this shit should have been on the internet in the first place. Like it's very weird to take things to the internet. That's like me talking about I got a problem with corny, and the first place I'll talk about it is on the internet when I got this dude number. So that's like very fake. Like you don't do stuff like that. So especially when y'all family and stuff, you know. So I don't know, man. I think more details is going to come out, and I don't think Kokane is wrong for feeling the way that he feel. I think he's been in the industry long enough to know the ins and outs, and I don't think he's 100% wrong by saying that he's owed some money somewhere. And I think that's when the audit comes into play. He might be owed some money. It may not be the amount that he think it is, but still, you know when you're coming up short on a couple of things,
right?
When you put in a lot of work. So that's what
that's
the whole
true.
Kokane situation. Now with Daz, I think they have a closer relationship, and I think it should be able to be handled before you actually get to the court paperwork and all that other stuff, because it's going to cost them fees just to file a lot of shit or whatever. So if y'all can save some extra bread, then handle it amongst each other, and make sure y'all get everything done, because it's bad that everybody's in y'all business and we're hearing bits and pieces of this story and we don't know the full truth about everything. So, close it out, homie. What you got to say about all this, bro?
There's more to come, the way I see it. This is not over. I think it's going to be more internet antics. I didn't get it. I'd seen a glimpse of the YouTube Kokane, you know what I'm saying? But that's the name. I did see a little glimpse of that on the what was that, Cam Capone, right?
Yeah.
See a glimpse of that, him speaking. And I honestly think that the ones where Snoop is at now, he has no worries. He has no worries about issuing out the funds that's necessary to hold the deal, to handle that deal. Handle that deal, get it over with. You don't want to mess up your image right now. This is the things you have to worry about. Your managers, your agents, they all warned you about this. It's gonna come. Handle this, dude. You know, it's business, like you said. So stand on business. Handle the business. Get it out the way so we don't have to talk about this no more because it needs to be done. That part you talking about, going out there, take me to court, man, don't do that. Don't do that. That's your family, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hold them down. Keep your family up. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? No matter what times it is. Because you might think that you good and gravy right now, but there's a future to be coming. You never know how you're going to be. Somebody come back on some cold allegations on you. You know what I'm saying? Snoop, chill, handle your business. I see you standing on business. And since you're going to stand on business, handle the business accordingly. You know that man is owed money. You know both of those mans are owed money. Give them theirs and pay their due. And go your way so you don't have to hear about it no more. You got enough money to do it. That's it.
Yep. That's it. That's all, man. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. Appreciate D-Love. Appreciate Splashy. Appreciate the co-host Corn Dog pulling up here. Hey, we do this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Yes, sir. Hey, and I talked to the homie. We're gonna have a special guest for show this Saturday. It might be multiple people. Like the last episode that we had, I had a comedian that I should have had come up when we was talking about the Kevin Hart situation, but I thought about it last minute and it was a little bit too late. So, you know, definitely gonna have some more guests up here. You know, have them tell their story, have them give their opinion about everything that's been going on.
Right.
And yeah, man. On that note, we about to be out. Peace.
Yeah.
Yo, you now rocking with classic music. Now what I want you to do is hit that like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Yeah, let's get it.